Good morning. It's Monday, the 17th of March.
Also to come.
Richard, thanks very much. Richard Galpin in Moscow.
The new head of HS2 has called for work on the high-speed rail project to be accelerated so that the line from London to the north of England can be completed 6 years ahead of the original schedule.
Sir David Higgins believes plans for the £50 billion project should be more ambitious to ensure that the economic benefits are felt sooner, as Andy Moore reports. There's to be a change in the way that deaths in police custody are investigated. The Independent Police Complaints Commission has set out a series of measures to improve the way that it operates.
It says that in the future, bereaved families will be more involved in the process and given more support. Here's our Home Affairs correspondent, Danny Shaw. Investigators trying to find the missing Malaysia Airlines plane are asking for more radar and satellite data from any of the countries that the Boeing 777 may have flown over. We're going to speak to an air accident investigator about that search in about half an hour.
British forces in southern Afghanistan have now closed or handed over all but 2 of their military bases in what's being described as a milestone in their withdrawal.
At the height of the war, there were 137 British bases, but all that remains now are the hub, Camp Bastion and an observation post nearby. Our correspondent Jonathan Beale is in. Jonathan, good to see you. So they're calling this a key milestone. Why is that? OK, Jonathan, thanks very much. Jonathan Beale there in Helmand.
Almost 4,000 NHS staff who were made redundant in England in recent years have since been re-employed by the Health Service, according to new figures requested by the Labour Party.
It's been discovered that Mercury, which is the closest planet to the Sun, has shrunk since it originally formed.
It's reduced in size, shrink.
Well, it could expand, couldn't it? Balloons expand in the heat.
Yeah,
Things
but
grow
you put
in
a
the sun.
plum on the radiator, it turns into a prune, doesn't it? Shrinks.
But first of all, it saw the sun and grew.
Top scientific
At
analysis.
this time in the morning with breakfast. Any scientific analysis of what happened to Manchester United and Liverpool?
Very scientific analysis coming up on the football in just a moment. But wasn't it interesting yesterday? I don't know if you saw Steven Gerrard's post-match interview at Old Trafford. Of course, Liverpool won 3-0. And I think for the first time, he said Liverpool can win the title, which is... He said they believe they can win the title.
Do you think Manchester United's fans believe that too after the performance yesterday?
Yes, I think they probably do. From him.
That rugby match, the result couldn't have been closer, really, could it, at the end? I mean, incredibly exciting.
It was terrifically close. And watching it, I thought Ireland were going to lose it, actually, right until the last minute. So.
And you kind of thought, you know, you don't want to win a championship on the basis of someone else losing, do you?
No,
really?
that's true. Yeah. Just before I go, really quickly...
Wants to be the first Briton to do a half marathon under an hour.
Yes.
Tough. That's tough.
Yes.
Right, let's take a look at our front pages. Thanks, Sal. And here is the Daily Telegraph with a quote from George Osborne yesterday, pledging to...
The missing MH370 Malaysia Airlines jet still getting the front pages. This.
Daily Mail says pressure's mounting on George Osborne to raise the 40 pence this week on Wednesday.
The Times taking a look at the vote in Crimea.
And The Independent leads on the HS.
If you won the lottery, would you go back to work? Would we see you here tomorrow?
I might have won the lottery for all you know. No. Yes, I would. Of course I would.
This lady decided to go back to work for nothing. She won £1.9 million on the Lotto Jack holidays.
Of course, someone somewhere is sitting on £108 million that they won in the Euro Millions the other day. Drinks all round, Steph.
I don't know why you're looking at me. Because if I have, I didn't even know. Back to work, though.
Would you?
Yeah, you'd get bored, wouldn't you? Plus, you know, I couldn't live without you guys in my life. There we go. Start the week off, if you're on holiday using your phone.
Because you've got to do the business of switching off.
Turn your data roaming
yeah.
off and all that jazz, and if you get it wrong...
You still panic, don't you? You're just worried if you've just done it or not. Steph,
right,
thanks. See you later.
You're welcome.
It's coming up to 18 minutes past 6. This is breakfast. These are the main stories this morning. Political lead, speaking of feeling benefits, a lot of people did with the weather yesterday. More of the same today, Carol.
Morning.